Hello, Jacob. Oh, well, now you can hear me. Hello, Jacob, if you didn't hear me already. Guess I'll just leave it on. Oh, I need my phone. I was lost. I was like, there's no... Everybody in? Is everybody in?
Yeah.
Everybody in, please. I'm gonna sit in my bed.
Play on our phone?
Yeah. Yes. You play the questions on the screen. You answer with your phone. I am all the colors of the rainbow. Go ahead.
Wake up! Wake up!
It's only 8, let's go.
Welcome to Trivia Night! A gauntlet of pain and judgment. But like, let's also have some kooky fun along the way. Yay, trivia! I'm going to ask you a bunch of trivia questions. If you get a question wrong, you have to fight for your life in one of my super fun mini-games. If you do badly in the mini-game, I'll kill you. But don't worry, ghosts can still win the game. When one player is left alive, we'll go to the final round where the living and dead compete to see who can escape first. Feel free to join the audience if you're some kind of masochist. Audience members get a chance to die too. What else? Oh, I feel like I'm forgetting key information that would help you stay alive. Oh well, let's just start.
Every Jackbox game that he exists, he has
Okay, first question.
I was thinking about going up there.
Hugo Chavez was the president of which country? Use your device to answer the question.
I don't think I know.
Time's running out. And the correct answer is...
Let's go.
Right. The rest of you, you're in for a treat.
Huh?
I couldn't decide between Venezuela and Colombia.
I knew it wasn't Venezuela. I was like, it's like something Venezuela, like something like.
We're going to play the finger cutting game. I hope you're not fond of snapping. Just choose one of your fingers to cut off. Easy peasy, lemon squeezy. Commence cutting.
What's funny is you can't even cut off your thumb.
Nothing like a good
That's how I just
fingering.
cut off my thumb. There's no 5 choice.
Let's take a look at the scoreboard, shall we? Do you like it? I took an online C++ course. Aced it. How about this? I think it also applies to humans, but... Where in a cow is the brisket?
Don't know. Oh, fuck, I got that wrong. I think. They call him Jay.
Yes.
Let's go!
Which leaves only you. I want to show you something.
Oh, they took you cut off that finger, oh.
Hey girl, welcome back to the killing floor. Oh great!
Can't
You
pick
get
that
to
answer
spin the
choice
loser wheel.
anymore.
I'm sorry, is the wheel
I believe
scaring
you.
you with
You
its
can make it
roundness? Spin. Spin, my lovely. Spin.
Let's see, if the fourth answer is the right answer, or like whatever finger number you cut.
Loser wheel.
Oh, yeah, close. Whatever finger number you pick to cut off, that you can't choose that answer for the rest of the
And
game.
now
until,
you're
like,
dead.
we
See?
get to the
Real
final
consequences down here. But don't go into the light just yet. Ghosts can still win. I mean, I was a ghost for a while, but I got better.
Could the answer be right there?
Yeah.
Another peek at the scores. Next question. Mad Hatter syndrome is when somebody suffers from which kind of poisoning?
I don't know. I remember watching Why the Mad Hatter Told the Mad
Why should
And
be
the correct
hard
answer is this one.
No! It's because the
Actually, it's only
Mad Hatter, they
Let's
make
play a
hats using
game.
mercury, and they're so close to the mercury that they get crazy.
Ooh.
Let's test your memory. Everyone gets to play this time. Memorize the pattern.
It could either be the gun, like the thingies, or the color. Green, blue.
Green, blue, green, brown, brown.
And
difference. I
done.
think Foe's
From
color
left
was
to
on the
right, what was the order of the weapons? And all you have to do is simply make sure not a single person does better than you, or you die. It's that simple.
What?
Oh, I got that wrong. I guess the last
Pattern
three.
by tapping button below. So it's gun, gun, knife,
Hey, remember this? How close did you get?
oh, I tried.
You got it exactly right. Ugh, let's see how your friends did. We'll get you next time.
I mean, they did really bad there. I thought I did too.
I'm having
They
so
don't
much
pick
fun
Luke to
right
go
now.
against him,
I'm
so-
gonna have to journal about this later. Alright, next question.
That dude's got 4 of them. Okay.
I just love me some bubbly water. According to their website, how do you pronounce this?
Oh, I know this, I think. I think I got this wrong.
Time's right
I think I
now.
got this wrong.
The answer I
Who
want
said this one?
Fuck! I thought it was that, but
You are still
that actually
alive.
makes the most
Prepare
sense.
for your
I
punishment.
pronounce it like that, but I thought
like,
It's
people
time to
call it
use your
something
words.
else.
Yeah, but I said I watched
Use
the
letters to
Snapchat
spell the
story
longest
about
word
it.
you can before time runs out. I especially love adverbs,
I hope they give me
but
some
that's
good
just
ass
me.
letters.
I'm going to hurt the person with the shortest word. Word time, go! The letters don't have to touch each other, and remember to press submit when you're done.
There you go. Thank you
I'm
for
so
watching.
excited to see what you come up with. Ooh, let's see what you did there. Have I mentioned that I also punish bad spelling?
Oh well.
Life is pain.
I just put something.
I had to go reflect.
But if we'd have put this together, I think we'd kill both of us.
I was trying to spell reflect good.
Here's another one. I love looking up at the night sky and pondering life's great mysteries like, how many stars make up the Big Dipper?
Shit, I know it. I clicked the wrong fucking answer. It's so fucking bad.
Who said this?
Did I? Let's go!
I meant it clicked 7 and it clicked 6. I'm so mad.
Bruh.
I knew that
Okay,
too.
fine. We'll do some math. Now get off my back. Yeesh. Answer as many math questions as you can before time runs out. All the safe players will be playing too. And if any of them do better than you, it'll be bad.
Like small math.
Let's kick some math.
Fuck, I got that wrong.
How do you feel like you're doing? Good?
Shit. Well, I lose.
I really think we're gonna miss all this math once it's over. And it's pretty much over now. I know math's not your thing, so this might be hard for you to understand, but your number, it's not the highest one.
Xavier always beats me by like 3. Stop panic.
I know I started this by pitting you against each other, but wow, your friends are ruthless. Only one player left alive, just how I like it. Glad to see you've made it here alive, but can you escape with your body? I'm going to give you a category. Flightless birds. Tap on each answer that fits, then press submit.
That's an easy shit question. Can I answer this?
No, you can't. It's his first. His question first. I'm not saying.
Anytime today, kiddo.
Your question for
Let's see the right answers. You move forward one space for every correct answer.
I thought it was both of them.
To get answers right, to get closer to the exit.
Robot runners are like
Did I
this
mention
big.
that all the other ghosts get to play too? If the ghost catches up to you, then they will steal your body. Then they can escape and win the game. Here's everyone's next question. And ghosts get a third choice to help them catch up to you.
I know what Twix doesn't.
I don't know what a nougat is.
I know what nougat is.
Time is almost up.
Oh, I got one of them.
I don't know what that is.
I know what backflip is, but
Egyptian gods.
I don't know this.
Kill your friend and come back to life. It's the only way. Can you stay out of the shadows?
But you don't.
Instagram filters.
Fuck, I don't have an Instagram, bro.
I don't know if Toast is one or not. Who was it all? I knew it.
I went ahead and picked all of them. That's crazy.
You killed your friend. Better get away fast. Boy Scout ranks. Another life swap. Monkeys.
Oh fuck, I got that.
So many kills. Songs on Sgt. Pepper's Lonely Hearts Club Band. So much blood! Let the darkness consume you. American Girl dolls.
What? This shit from like the early 2000s?
Might not be.
Yes.
Let's go!
Another life
I
swap.
still gotta go. I go down 2 hours.
Pasta types.
Oh shit.
this edition categories. Another mic swap. The Daily Show
My parents watch the show.
I'm about to say if you got one right, he was going through it anyway. They got all three of them right.
My parents watch that show.
I just knew it was all three because it had to be.
The winner lives. Hell yeah. Should I go get my buds?
Yeah. I'm still rich. I'm still rich.
Just start a. I'll be back. Let me get my shoes.
I say it tells you your final score. 10,317. You want us to wait or what you want us to do? Hmm? Trying to play this one again?
Alright, the party's downstairs.
Difficult to play. It's kind of lame to play without a lot of people. Jason, this is really Jason, man.
Fuck me.
Someone wants you to judge her singing, but you can't respond with negativity. Someone wants her to judge me. Someone send out, if I send you a video of I love you, send me singing I love you or whatever, I guess it's a song, respond back with positive comment response or a positive criticism. So, no, it was a positive response, positive criticism.
What's the reason?
Move on code. Hold on. Now I can take the code. Logan's watching The Matrix. I've never seen The Matrix. You trying to play Lindsay? You texting Haley? We got a conch shell. These niggas from SpongeBob out here.
Welcome to Faking It. I'm Cookie, and I'm here to ask the weird questions that no one else is especially compelled to ask. Couple quick words before we jump into the game. And yes, you can skip it if you're in a rush. During each round of play, each of you is going to be sent a task to your device. Like, raise your hand if you've ever farted. But one of you will get nothing, and that person is the faker. Everyone wants to figure out who the faker is, and the faker just wants to blend in. When you hear the go sound, you either raise your hand or not, depending on whether you've ever farted before, which you have. And the faker just has to fake it. After that, everyone votes on their device who they think the faker is. If everyone picks the correct person, the faker is caught. But here's the most important part. Fakers, if you're caught in a lie, if you raise your hand when you really should have kept it down, lie, cheat, deny, come up with whatever story you have to throw other players off the scent. Be the faker. Some of the tasks will involve raising your hand, or pointing, or maybe making a weird face. But there will always be a faker, and you'll have 3 chances to catch him. Oh, one more quick suggestion before we get going. It's important to be able to see each other, so if possible, consider sitting in a semicircle or like small lines facing each other. Whatever works best while still feeling comfortable.
Alright.
Let's start with Hands of Truth. It's an easy one, just like we saw a minute ago.
You should get a juice.
Everyone's going to get a task that involves raising your hand. Okay, sending the task to your devices now. The task was, raise your hand if you've ever carried a protest sign. Alright, vote for who you think the faker is. You can change your vote if you change your mind, by the way. The faker can only be caught if the vote is unanimous, so do your best to come to a group consensus. One last chance to catch the faker. Sending your second Hands of Truth task to your devices now. This was the task. Raise your hand if you know who Andy Cohen is. Vote for who you suspect is the faker. Everyone suspects. Collectively, you all made the wrong choice. It's category picking time. Use your device to choose which type of tasks you'll all be subjected to. It's going to be... You got a point. Everyone's going to get a task that involves pointing at another player in the game. Okay, sending the task to your devices now. And the task was, point at the person who probably says bro the most. Vote for who you think seems like the faker. It's easier to catch the faker if you all talk to each other. Throw around some wild accusations. And everyone voted for. You all ganged up on the wrong person. Last chance to catch the faker. Sending out your second You Got a Point task to your devices now. And the task was, point at the person with the best hair. Vote for the faker now. And the votes were for... Group Mind steered you in the wrong direction. And what will our next task category be? Use your device to pick which type of tasks you'll all do together. Face value. Everyone's going to get a task that involves making some kind of facial expression. Maybe a weird one. Okay, sending the task to your devices now. And the task, make the face you'd make if you watched Frosty the Snowman melt. Vote for who you think is probably the faker. Don't forget you get points for voting for the faker even if everyone else is wrong. The votes singled out. Well, at least you were all wrong together. This is your last chance to catch the faker. Sending out your second face value task to your devices now. This was the task. Make the face you'd have if you met Donald Trump. All right, vote for who you think the faker is. All the votes went to... That is indeed the faker. It went right down to the wire. Okay, time to pick the next category. You got a point. Everyone's going to get a task that involves pointing at another player in the game. Okay, sending the task to your devices now. And the task was, point at someone who is probably a dog lover. Vote for who you think seems like the faker. everybody voted for. You all got together and chose the wrong person. Last chance to catch the faker. Sending out your second You Got a Point task to your devices now. The task was, point at the person with the hardest name to spell. Vote for who you suspect is the faker. Everyone voted for. The faker has been found. Just in the nick of time. Okay, it's time for the last round. Text you up. I've sent 2 questions to each of your devices. Type in your answers for both and then hit send. Now, the faker has 2 questions to answer as well. They just have slightly different questions than everyone else. So good luck, faker. Let's see everyone's answers to the first text task. Something good about yourself. Vote for the faker now. And the prime suspect was, you found the faker. Welcome to Faking It. I'm Cookie, and I can already tell who the bad liar in this group is going to be. Couple quick words before we jump into the game. And yes, it's skippable if you're one of those people. Let's start by picking a category. Use your device to choose which type of tasks you'll all be. It's going to be number pressure. Everyone's going to get a task. Welcome to Faking It. I'm Cookie, and I'm really excited that you'll be doing all the work in this game. Couple quick words before we jump into the game. And yes, you can skip it if you need less of my voice in your life. During each round of play, each of you... Let's start by picking a category. Use your device to pick which type of task you'll... It's going to be... face value. Everyone's going to get a task that involves making some kind of facial expression. Maybe a weird one. Okay, sending the task to your devices now. And the task was, make your holding in a fart face. Vote for who you suspect is the faker. Not enough teamwork to find the faker. You get 2 more chances to catch that faker. Sending out your second face value task to your devices now. This was the task. Make the face you'd have if a coworker started talking about conspiracy theories. All right, vote for who you think the faker is. You couldn't agree, you couldn't find the faker. One last chance to catch the faker. Sending out your third face value task now. task was, make the face you typically have when you're sick. Vote for who you think is probably the faker. Too bad. You couldn't get it together for that last vote. All right, what category do we want to do next? Use your device to choose which type of tasks you'll all be subjected to. Number pressure. Everyone's going to get a task that involves holding up a number of fingers, probably from 1 to 10. Okay, sending the task to your devices now. And the task, hold up as many fingers that your longest fart ever lasted in seconds. Vote for who you think seems like the faker. All the votes went to... Ah, yes, you caught the faker. Okay, time to pick the next category. Use your device to pick which type of tasks you'll all do together. Of truth. Everyone's going to get a task that involves raising your hand. Okay, sending the task to your devices now. The task was, raise your hand if you've ever shoplifted. Vote for who you suspect is the faker. That faker is still on the loose. You get 2 more chances to catch that faker. Sending your second Hands of Truth task to your devices now. the task, raise your hand if you've ever donated blood. Vote for who you think is probably the faker. Everybody voted for... Yep, you found the faker. It's category picking time. Use your device to choose which type of tasks you'll all be subjected to. Hands of Truth. Everyone's going to get a task that involves raising your hand. Okay, sending the task to your devices now. This was the task. Raise your hand if you've ever been thrown out of a place, an event, restaurant, etc. Vote for the faker now. You couldn't quite figure out who the faker was. You get 2 more chances to catch that faker. Sending your second Hands of Truth task to your devices now. And the task was, raise your hand if you sometimes sleep naked. Alright, vote for who you think the faker is. You didn't find the faker, and you didn't really learn anything definitive. Last chance to catch the faker. Sending out your third Hands of Truth task now. And the task was, raise your hand if you have no piercings. Vote for who you think is probably the faker. Everyone suspects. You all caught the faker at the last possible moment. Okay, it's time for the last round. Text you up. I've sent 3 questions to each of your devices. Type in your answers for all 3 and then hit send. Now the faker has 3 questions to answer too. They just have slightly different questions than everyone else. So good luck, faker. Let's see everyone's answers to the first text task. A country you would be very nervous to visit. Vote for who you suspect is the faker. That faker is still on the loose. You get 2 more chances to catch that faker. Let's see your second batch of answers. Your favorite crayon color. Vote for who you think seems like the faker. Everyone voted for... Well, at least you were all wrong together. This is your last chance to catch the faker. Here are your third and final set of text answers. The last snack you had. Vote for the faker now. Wow, even on the last task, you couldn't vote together to find the faker. Yeah, it's almost like you gave up.
Come on, wake up. Wake up. Welcome to Trivia Night, a merciless deluge of pain and suffering. Or at least that's what I'm going for. Please fill out a comment card and rate your experience. I'm going to ask you a bunch of trivia questions. If you get a question wrong, you have to fight for your life in one of my super fun mini-games. If you do badly in the mini-game, I'll kill you. But don't worry, ghosts can still win the game. When one player is left alive, we'll go to the final round where the living and dead compete to see who can escape first. And anyone who I didn't get around to kidnapping yet can volunteer as an audience member and play along. It's just as deadly. But enough of me talking, let's play! First question. Let's start things off with a picture question. I'm in the process of writing a novel. Like most writers, my daily schedule consists of finding any type of distraction to avoid writing. For example, I keep looking at this old picture. I haven't seen this one in ages. There's a great story behind this one. It would make a great book that I'll never get around to writing. What is the goat wearing in the picture? Use your device to answer the question. That means use windows in the audience, too. And the correct answer is... Who got it right? Which leaves only you. Let's play a game. Welcome to the killing floor. We're going to play chalices. I've given all the safe players a bit of poison to use. Pick a chalice to drop your poison in. How long are you going to linger over which chalice to poison? Come on! Some of you didn't use your poison pellet, so I'll have to add a few of my own. Just so you know, these poison pellets are hella expensive, so it's kind of a jerk move on your part. Now it's your turn to play. Pick a chalice to drink from. You wouldn't believe how many Renaissance fairs I had to go to get all these chalices. I don't understand the hesitation to drink from a potential... The drinks have been drunk. Now let's see what everyone drank. What? No one drank any poison? Well, I'm gonna have to add this to my disappointment diary. And here's where everybody's at, because, you know, we don't rank people enough in society. Oh, and let's pay attention to the audience for a moment. They get lonely. Jeez, audience, you're reminding me why I hate society. Let's try this again. I only know this one because I sing it in the shower. According to children's singer Raffi, what sat on Jessica? Who said this? The rest of you, let's go someplace fun. Hey girl, welcome back to the killing floor. Let's play the finger cutting game. My collection is running a little low. Just choose one of your fingers to cut off. My dog could do it, but he doesn't have fingers. Go for it. Is it weird that I just love fingers? I guess anyone would say the same thing. Welcome back to the scoreboard. The scoreboard is your friend. Let's try another one. What is par for 18 holes at the Masters? running out. Who said this one? The rest of you, come with me. Let's get artistic up in here. Make me feel something. A map of Missouri. Draw this thing the best you can and press send when you're finished. Now everyone gets to vote. Pick the drawing that you hate the most. It takes just a little effort on your part, but it can really ruin another person's day. And isn't that what it's all about? Go ahead, pick your least favorite. Go with your gut. Pick the worst drawing. The votes are in. The people have spoken. Kind of against their will, but they have spoken. And boo, you're a ghost. But keep playing and I promise you can still win. Never underestimate a ghost, son. Let's try another one. Personally, I prefer myrrh, but tell me, what is frankincense? Time's running out. Who picked this one? The rest of you who are still alive, I have a surprise for you. It's time for a memory game. Memorize the pattern. Okay, you've seen enough. From left to right, what was the order of the weapons? The person with the worst memory will die. This was the pattern. How'd you do? It looks like you forgot what was at stake. How about this? How long is a furlong? And the correct answer is this. Prepare for your punishment. It's time for my sickest creation, a math quiz. Answer as many math questions as you can before time runs out. Whoever does the worst dies. Time to get your math on. Wow, this is just like watching A Beautiful Mind. Only time for a few more problems. Life is pain. I guess your number was up. Ooh, that's a good one. I'll have to write that one down. Your number was up. Yeah, that's good. Next question. Which body of water borders Saudi Arabia? And the correct answer is this one. Let's go someplace fun. Wow, look at this big enticing pile of cash just sitting here. Here's how this is going to work. If no one takes the money, no one dies. But if you do take the money, I'll kill everyone who didn't. There's one catch. If you all take the money, then you all die. Feel free to shout demands at each other now.
Yeah.
Okay, who did what? You all get to live, huh? I really thought at least one of you was a real secret dirtbag, but I guess not. Next question. What's the height of the original Squatty Potty? Time's ready. Who picked this? You're in for a treat. Let's play a dice game. I'll go first. Whoa, now I need a little help from a safe player. How about you? In order to live, should they roll higher or lower? You can make it as hard or as easy as you want. Okay, your part is done. Thank you. Roll lower than me or you die. That is not what you wanted to see. I've got more questions for you. What is the capital of Iran? Who said this one? I want to show you something. Step right up and spin the loser wheel. Go ahead. Oh, I just love it when she spins. You'll die as you lived, a slave to random chance. Oh good, we're just down to one. Well, look who's still alive. Now you just have to escape with your body. I'm going to give you a category. Signers of the Declaration of Independence. Tap on each answer that fits, then press submit. Let's see the right answers. You move forward one space for every correct answer. You're getting real close to the exit. Oh, did I mention that all the other ghosts get to play too? If a ghost catches up to you, then they will steal your body. Then they can escape and win the game. Here's everyone's next question. And ghosts get a third choice to help them catch up to you. Decisions, decisions. Matthew McConaughey films in which he plays a lawyer. Time is almost up. Are you afraid of the dark? You should be. Animals that lay eggs. harder questions. 12 Apostles of Jesus. Songs. The darkness approaches. Mountain Dew flavors. Just a few more steps. Hostess snack cake products. Call of Duty titles. I hate it when everyone gets it right. Greek gods. You want to play again? Great! Since it's your blood already, I don't have to hose down the dungeon. Okay now, first question. If I'm thinking about getting skinny jeans, which style of Levi should I get? Time's running out. And the correct answer is... Who got the question right? The rest of you, let's play a game. Welcome to the killing floor. Uh-oh, this is a mess. I spilled blood all over my favorite piece of art. I have to remember to wash this in cold water. Memorize the pattern of blood. Alright, that's enough time. Reproduce the pattern on your device by tapping on all the spaces that were red. Then press submit when you're done. The person who is furthest from the pattern will die. If you don't have it by now, you're just guessing. There's that arc again. Now it's time to show your work. I graded on the curve and you still didn't do well enough. Let's take a look at the scores. Now, don't get upset if you're in last place. Just do your best and know that you are special. But also, I will kill you, so do better. Oh, and let's throw the audience a bone. Hey audience, you're an embarrassment to all uncaptured people. Here's another one. Who said I think, therefore I am? And the correct answer is this. Everyone is wrong. Prepare for your punishment. Welcome back to the killing floor. Let me ask you a question. Answer very carefully. What state scares you the most? Type an answer on your device and press send when you're finished. Writing nothing is a bad idea. Now everyone gets to vote. Pick which of these answers you hate the most. Whoever wrote the answer with the most votes dies. Seriously, vote for the answer that sucks. The votes are in. I actually really enjoyed what you wrote, but rules are rules. This is the scoreboard again. I had thought about having a different scoreboard for each question, but sometimes you have to make sacrifices along the way in game development. Alright, next question. I'm not saying I do this, so don't freak out or anything, but if I wanted to send the smallest bone in your body to your loved ones, where would I dig it out with my rusty tools? Time's running out. Who said this one? One of you is still alive. I have a surprise for you. Let's see who's a wordsmith. Use letters to spell the longest word you can before time runs out. It was really hard to find good cues to cut out. Oh, and all these other players get to play along too. And if any of them spell a longer word than you, you will be punished. Do it, now! By the way, the letters don't have to be touching. And don't forget to press submit when you're done. You're almost out of time. Let's see what you came up with. Let's see if anyone beat you. Well, shucks. I really thought you had it coming. Quick shout out to all my dead people. Sup, homies? I've got more questions for you. Sometimes big companies spread bad messages. For example, what tech company's original slogan was, "Don't be evil"? Who picked this? Everyone is wrong. Prepare for your punishment. Well, 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 there seems to be a pile of money on the floor. Most of it's real. Take as much money as you want, but take the most money or the least money, and you'll be sorry. Take what is yours. You spend less time in the ATM. Just make a decision. Let's see how much money everybody shoved in their pockets. It's punishment time for the most and least greedy. I should have bet money on this outcome. Only one of you is still alive. You know what that means. Glad to see you've made it here alive. But can you escape with your body? Here's your first category. LaCroix flavors. Tap on each answer that fits, then press submit. Anytime today, kiddo. Let's see the right answers. A space for every right answer. Simpsons characters voiced by Hank Azaria. Ivy League schools. Can you stay out of the shadows? Left-handed NBA players. Prime numbers. The fills are getting close now. Hawaiian Islands. Here's another one. Transformers. Who will win? It all rides on this. Invertebrates. Here comes the next question. Animals. welcome to the sequel. I like to think of this as more of a spiritual successor, so please critique accordingly. Alright, first question. Sri Lanka is an island nation off the coast of what country? And the correct answer is... Who got the question right? The rest of you, let's go someplace fun. Welcome to the killing floor. I think it's time for some senseless violence. You can attack someone else. You can defend yourself. Or you could grab some money. And if no one gets hurt, I will still punish someone. Now go say hello to some people with your fists. Trust me, doing nothing is a bad idea. This is my favorite part, the moment right before the hitting. You've done some stabbing before, haven't you? This is going to look so good on my murder wall. Shut down. I am tingling all over. Stab, stab, stab. Those cuts don't look serious. Serious enough. Your friends sure don't like you very much. This is where I keep track of all the scores. On this board. I call it a scoreboard. Please don't steal that name from me. Oh, and let's check out the audience score. Looking at that score, the audience might be dead already. Let's try another one. And now on to the second happiest place on Earth. After here, of course. What does the E in Epcot stand for? Time's running out. And the correct answer is this. The rest of you who are still alive, I want to show you something. Welcome back to the killing floor. We're going to play chalices. Pick a chalice to put your poison in. Tick-tock. Some of you didn't use your poison pellet, so I'll have to add a few of my own. Just so you know, these poison pellets are, like, really expensive, so it's kind of a jerk move on your part. And it's your turn now. Pick a chalice to drink from. I'm pretty excited to show off my chalice collection. We're the... Hope it tasted good. Now let's see what everyone drank. Don't worry, it won't hurt. Your insides just melt. A little bit of poison goes a long way. Let's take another moment to appreciate this cool scoreboard, huh? Alright, next question. What's a male turkey called? And the correct answer is... this one. You're in for a treat. We're going to play the finger cutting game. Just choose one of your fingers to cut off. It's as clean cut as your finger's about to be. Think happy thoughts. That was a blast. A real finger blast. You know where I'm going with this. Next question. I know this answer because God whispered it to me, but who executed Joan of Arc? Time's running out. Who said this one? Come with me. Let's test your memory. Everyone gets to play this time. Memorize the pattern. Alright, let's hide my toys. From left to right. What was the order of the weapons? Don't let those other players do better than you, okay? For real, it'll be bad. Hurry up, memory time is almost over. Hey, remember this? How close did you get? But did anyone beat you? Now that's what I'm talking about. They ganged up and killed you. You probably thought they liked you, but then they straight up killed you. That's gotta mess with your mind. Only one of you is still alive. You know what that means. Congrats on making it here alive. Now let's see if you can escape with your body. Here's your first category. Chinese zodiac animals. Tap on each answer that fits, then press submit. Let's see the right answers. A space for every right answer. Rodents. I don't like that at all. American Idol winners. Beware of the darkness. Magic 8-ball messages. The Babysitter's Club novels. So exciting! Marsupials. way fast. Left-handed pitchers. Okay, an easy one. So much blood! Professional sports teams from New York State. Another line swap. Classified as bears. Hi! The party's downstairs. Come on in.
I was helping someone load his.
I didn't really talk. I didn't really talk in this because I was too lazy to come plug back in the mic, but I'll see you guys later.